it would have been surprising if they actually did vote on a debt bill, and furthermore, if they voted that the debt bill would pass. And besides, a short-term thing isn't really going to fix anything, so to make a long story short, the debt bill was not voted on tonight, and in the words of Casey Anthony, although I hate to use these words, surprise, surprise. And nothing's getting done in Washington anymore. And some, of course, could argue, well, not that it has anyway. Here's the problem. Things have been getting done in Washington, and the problem is, things are not getting done in a good way. And here's the further problem. If we did nothing, we'd be screwed. But you can't say that nothing would be better than something bad, because either way, doing nothing's bad, and doing something bad is bad. So, you know, also, like I said today, you know, well, first, let me back up a little bit, because I said a while ago that thanks to, certain people, you know, and I'm not saying that, long story short, Kevin's finally coming around a little bit, thank God, but there are some other people who will continue to be powder being, and, you know, if they don't want to make Aliyah, that's their problem, but hey, I'm making it. And you know what? I said that, today that, you know, if I die and, where the heck is my will anyway? Oh, it's enclosed in my diary. As you can see, I've already started planning. And I'm not gonna show you everything on my will, but okay, here it is. So I keep this in my diary in case anything happens. And I should probably update it to say that I want to be buried in Israel if and when I die, because if the Rapture doesn't come in my lifetime, hey, I'm probably going to die unless I get taken up miraculously like Enoch or Elijah, but that would of course imply that the Rapture would be coming. And back to my whole point, so, you know, because I'm Jewish, I'm thinking about making Aliyah, and hey, you know, I thought to myself, okay, I said I wanted to be buried next to my great-grandma Czarnecki, which I put in my will. Problem is, I realized that saying that being buried in Sugar Notch was a stupid idea, because, well, let's see, well, yeah, I'm not sure, actually, I think, oh, wait, she was buried, actually, I'm not sure, because Great-Granddad may have been buried at Holy Family. I'm gonna have to recheck that, but she may have been buried at Hanover Township because my Great-Uncle Red's buried there, so either way, though, I can't do anything about Great-Uncle Red. I can do something about Great-Grandma, and if the family doesn't like it, you know what? Screw them. Because I'm taking her with me to Israel when I die, because she has a right to be buried there for all that she suffered, for all that she endured, for what she went through, and ending her life being as vulnerable as Casey Anthony, and having had happen to her what happened to her. And besides, given that she married someone who's Jewish, even though he's obviously no longer with us, he committed suicide in 1964, her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and down the line are Jewish, and the land's hers, and as far as I know, since nobody else wants to, you know, really, maybe with few exceptions, claim the kind of responsibility for her that they should have. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that some wouldn't, because some definitely would, but in terms of, hey, I know, let's, you know, take her with us when we, you know, possibly make Aliyah, because, hey, as Jews, we're kind of supposed to do that. No one's really thought about them. Nobody else wants to, you know, remove her, for lack of a better word, remove her remains to Israel. I'll gladly remove her remains to Israel, and nobody else wants to remove Great-Granddad's remains to Israel. I'll do it as well. And as for Great-Grandaunt Regina, Great-Granduncle Bernie, since they were never married, and since Nobody, with few exceptions at the end of their life, seem to give two real you-know-whats about them. I'll be glad to take them to Israel. Unfortunately, the other relatives, I might have to leave here, because, as I said, I can't take everybody. And, I have the family members who, hey, if they don't want to make Aliyah, that's their problem. And I'm not going to fight with them if they, for example, I get into a lot of trouble if I, try and think of a few examples here. Well, with great-grandma, I'm just not going to argue on that one because she's my great-grandma, and if Pop-Pop doesn't like it, too bad. Dad doesn't like it, too bad. She endured a lot. She has the right to be buried in Israel. And like I said, looking at the way that this country's going, I'm planning to make Aliyah myself, and I said that I want to be buried next to her great-grandma. The Rapture doesn't come in my lifetime, so... anyways, you get my point, and yes, I'm kvetching a little bit. But, you get an idea of some of my plans and some of what's going through my head right now. And like I said, since what's her face, his Congress won't do their job, even if anything was going to be inevitable anyway. Hey, you have to start looking ahead, you have to start planning, and I'm planning to look ahead. So, Doda Rabba, and Layla Dov.